Hello, welcome once again to my YouTube channel, the place where we journey into the lives, struggles, and legacies of those who shape our world. Today we remember one of Africa's greatest voices, a man who carried reggae across the continent, who spoke truth to power, who sang of love, unity, and justice. His music was a lifeline for the oppressed, and his words transcended borders. But on one tragic night in October 2007, that voice was silenced forever. This is the story of Lucky Dube. The night the music stopped, but the message lived on. Lucky Philip Dube was born on August 3rd, 1964, in Amelo, South Africa. Raised by his single mother, life wasn't easy. But from hardship grew resilience. And from resilience came a voice that would echo across the world. At first, Lucky performed in a South African style of music called Mbakanga. But in the mid 1980s, something shifted. Inspired by reggae legends like Bob Marley and Peter Tosh, Lucky embraced reggae, not just as a sound, but as a movement. Reggae in apartheid South Africa was dangerous. It was a genre of resistance, a genre that carried political fire, yet Lucky was fearless. Songs like Together as One openly criticized apartheid. They were banned on South African radio, but banning Lucky Dube's music only made it spread even further. By the 1990s, he was a continental star. By the 2000s, a global icon. He sang in English, Zulu, and Afrikaans, making him accessible to everyone. His albums sold millions. His concerts filled stadiums, and his message always the same. One love, one people, one destiny. But while his voice gave hope to millions, his own life would end in violence. It was October 18th, 2007. Lucky Dube had just dropped off two of his children in Rosettenville, a suburb of Johannesburg. He was driving his Chrysler 300C. As he pulled away, armed men approached, their intention to hijack his car. Lucky tried to escape, but the gunmen opened fire. Bullets struck him. His children, terrified, watched as their father collapsed. In minutes, the voice of Africa had been silenced. He was only 43 years old. Spread instantly. South Africa woke up in shock. Fans wept. Radio stations played his music on repeat. Newspapers screamed the headlines. Lucky shot dead in carjacking. The world had lost not just a reggae star, but a cultural warrior. The death of Lucky Dube sent shockwaves far beyond South Africa. In Jamaica, reggae's homeland, tribute poured in. In Nigeria, Ghana, Kenya, Zimbabwe, people wept as if they had lost a brother. Across Europe and the Americas, fans lit candles, played his records, and paid respect. Lucky Dube was more than an artist. He was a unifier. His death was not just the loss of a musician. It was the symbol of hope. But his death also exposed the darker reality of South Africa. Crime was rampant, carjackings, robberies, shootings, daily life carried constant danger. And even the country's brightest stars weren't safe. In the weeks that followed, police hunted down the killers. 3 men were arrested and charged. During the trial, chilling details emerged. The men hadn't even known who they were attacking. To them, he was just another target, another car to steal. They pulled the trigger without realizing they had killed a legend. Eventually, they were convicted of murder and hijacking. Their punishment, life imprisonment. But for millions of fans, that was no comfort. Justice had been served on paper, but nothing could bring Lucky Dube back. The court closed the case, but the wound it left in African music, that will never close. Even though Lucky Dube's life ended too soon, his voice never did. His songs still echo through villages, cities, and airwaves. Albums like Prisoner, Slave, Trinity, and House of Exile remain classics. His anthem, Different Colors, One People, Together as One, and Remember Me, are sung across generations. His children, including Nkule Dube, have carried his musical torch. Festivals still celebrate his name. Most importantly, young Africans today, many born after his death, discover his music on YouTube and streaming platforms. They hear his cry against injustice. They hear his plea for unity. They hear his call for love. Lucky Dube's legacy reminds us that though violence may silence a man, it cannot silence his message. His voice lives on. His dream of one love, one people, one destiny still beats in the hearts of millions. Lucky Dube's death was a tragedy, but his life was a blessing. He gave Africa a soundtrack of freedom. He gave the world a reminder that music is more than entertainment. It is resistance, it is healing, it is truth. He once sang Different Colors, One People. In his short 43 years, he lived those words. So today, as we remember Lucky Dube, let's not only mourn his death, but celebrate his life. Let's keep his music alive, and let's carry his message forward. In our own communities, in our own struggles, in our own lives. So today, as we remember Lucky Dube's death, eh, so today, as we remember Lucky Dube, let's not only mourn his death, but let us celebrate his life. Let's keep his music alive, and let's carry his message forward in our communities, in our own struggles, in our own lives. Thank you for joining me. I am Brian, and this was the day the music stopped, the death of Lucky Dube. Until next time, keep the music alive.